Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is awake and making improvements. We'll also walk you through some changes happening in immigration. It's The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Friday, January 6th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. First up, the House still hasn't elected a speaker. Republican leader Kevin McCarthy lost 5 votes yesterday. He's lost 11 this week. This breaks a 100-year-old record and has brought the House to a standstill again.
No nominee having received the majority of the votes cast, a speaker has not been elected.
So when will this end? There's a chance it could happen today. The House meets at noon, and progress has been made on a deal to win over some of the Republicans blocking McCarthy's election. Number 2, Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered a 36-hour ceasefire in Ukraine for Orthodox Christmas. It'll begin this afternoon and continue through tomorrow, and it would be the first temporary truce since Russia invaded Ukraine in February. It seems unlikely that this will work. Russia urged Ukraine to join the truce, but Ukrainian officials said fighting will only end when Russian troops leave all occupied lands. President Biden announced new immigration restrictions yesterday. That's story number 3. Biden wants to limit illegal border crossings by expanding existing programs, like Title 42. This would allow the U.S. to remove people quickly without letting them seek asylum.
Today, my administration is taking several steps to stiffen enforcement for those who try to come without a legal right to stay, and to put in place a faster process, I emphasize a faster process, to decide a claim of asylum. Someone says, I'm coming because I'm escaping oppression. Well, there's got to be a way to determine that much quicker.
It's a political shift for Biden and an attempt to address one of his administration's most vulnerable issues. Number 4. South Carolina's 6-week abortion ban was struck down yesterday. The state Supreme Court ruled that the law violated the state constitution. That means that abortion is now legal in the state until around 20 weeks of pregnancy. It's a win for supporters of abortion rights as legal battles continue across the country. Here's number 5. It's been 2 years since the unprecedented January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The memory is still fresh for a lot of us. A mob of Trump supporters stormed the building back in 2021, trying to overturn the presidential election results. Trials are ongoing, and the House wrapped up an investigation last month. It said former President Donald Trump should face criminal charges. President Biden will hold a ceremony today, honoring people connected to the election and the January 6th response. Number 6. Massive glacier losses this century are now all but unavoidable. New research suggests that half of Earth's glaciers will melt even if the planet only warms by 1.5 degrees Celsius. It's a threshold that will be extremely difficult to avoid. This would raise sea levels by almost 4 inches, and further warming would make that worse. And number 7, Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin woke up yesterday. His doctors say the 24-year-old has made a fairly remarkable recovery after he went into cardiac arrest during Monday's game against the Cincinnati Bengals.
It appears that his neurological condition and function is intact. We are very proud to report that, very happy for him, for his family, and for the Buffalo Bills organization that he is making improvement.
The NFL announced yesterday that it won't reschedule the Bills-Bengals game. Instead, the league is set to adjust the playoff format if necessary. We'll know more after this weekend's games, which bring the NFL's regular season to a close. And just like that, you're all caught up. It's Friday, so you know we got to give a shout out to the team. The crew is assistant producer Taylor White. The staff writers are Tess Homan and Jamie Ross. John Taylor is our editor. Additional editing help from Christina Quinn. Mixing and sound design is by Jim Briggs. The 7th theme is by Edith Mudge. This week's copy editors are Shannon Kroom, Melissa No, and Francis Moody. I'm Jeff Pierre. Have a great weekend, and let's do this again on Monday.